Hello, and welcome back to Oolykee Gaming, and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources. So at Republic, and today we're gonna be all about the farming. Bang! Destroyed building. Right. What happened here? Let's see. Oil fuel unloading. Really? Interesting. Fire station. Yeah, this is exactly where we are right now. Oh, but interesting. Though, pause. Just pause for a second. Let me just see something. Fire department. Ooh, just not covering. That's a good one. Why? Why? We have this fire department here. It looks like it's just outside of its range. That's fine. We have a new fire department. I understand that fully. I'm just wondering if these fire departments could have covered it. No. So this burned down. We're gonna rebuild it. It's not being used anyway, so it's not a problem. Assign Copti 1. It's only 330 days to finish, so I'm gonna get Copti buses straight away. They're gonna get materials and everything delivered ASAP. Right, what I wanted to do is start this with new farms, and also I have an idea. I actually had an interesting idea about some things. Things being railroad infrastructure. So I was thinking about how we can deal with the railroad infrastructure in this game, and it was something like this. Let me just real quickly change this. It was all about the train infrastructure in this game. So I was thinking, like, is there any better way to create these things here? Is there any better way to construct? Where is it? Here, these. How can I construct these? How can I construct the full railroad every time we start a new intersection or something like that? In this case, for example, this is just an intersection. But this railroad goes further. This railroad goes further down the line, and we already discussed creating the railroad construction office over here. We do have space and everything else, so this is not a problem. We will probably play with this idea. Also, I'm thinking I'm gonna play with this underground around here. I think I'm gonna create a little bit more extensive network on the underground tunnels around this area over here. But anyway, so I was thinking about this with aspect of new farms, which we're gonna start in this episode. Farms are gonna be, well, I was thinking about next to everywhere, but I have one big space over here that I'm really interested in start farming, because I don't see any point of this. I mean, forestry and stuff, I understand. I'm not fully gone, but anyway, what I want to do, of course, first is something that I think I want to be doing a little bit more in the future, is fixing some of the geographical things that we are doing wrong. I would like to pay attention more to gradation, angles of the terrain, and this kind of stuff. So, the most important thing for me in the future regarding farms will be its connectivity to the railroad network. Now, can we do this with existing infrastructure? Actually, we can. I was thinking about some of the railroad that we have around here, some of the railroad connections. So, for example, we have this cargo station here. Why don't we just build silos around here and have this as a starting point for, let's say, our new farms? Farms can be here. Distribution office, do we have one extra? No, we don't. You can have farm here. Farm can spread in towards the Koptigrad, and we can have the roads, passages all the way to this silo where we can have it over here. That will be here. Can we use any of the existing cargo stations? No, that doesn't really matter. It's not a problem. First, we're going to cover this farm. So let's play around with creating new farms. So I'm going to remove these mother roads all the way here. Hopefully, I'm going to rebuild them soon, but we'll see. I forget these all the time. So let's see if I can put cargo station. Look at these. I didn't even connect these. Our industrial areas are accident waiting to happen. I'm telling you. So we need a silo. So storage facilities. Let's see, where are the storage facilities? These are food related facilities. This is storage. Ooh, this is cool. Now grain elevator. I'm looking for a grain elevator without a railroad. I would like. We can use a warehouse. We can use a warehouse even like Mr. Robs's ones or any of these. It's fine. I'm fine. This can be straight away packed into the bags and used as a warehouse, but it doesn't have to be. I think in this case, having a tall storage would be nice as well. Grain elevator Samara. It has a railroad connection, which also we can utilize this as well. For example, we can have totally separate storage area, and we can construct it with existing infrastructure without, like, just send a railroad like one of these. Actually, you know what? That's not a bad idea. If I send a railroad construction vehicle over here, I can actually build it all the way here. For example, what I'm talking about is this. Feng Shui, mind over matter. Form over function. Something like this. We can do it even in the opposite direction. Oh, definitely no. Definitely no. No. What I was thinking is connecting it just to this, any of these intersections. It doesn't really matter because it's going to be only one railroad going in there and one train getting this in and out. So let's go one more time. Oh, thanks, Old Gala. Thank you for forcing me to start using this. This is absolutely fabulous. I love it. Don't we have? Wow. Okay, I'm looking at the silo without railroad connection. I mean, like these with railroad connection, I think they're gonna be even better. This doesn't really matter. It doesn't need to have any industrial connection because we are fine with this. It's just that this railroad needs to be. Yeah, I think this is gonna be perfect. There we go, and then we have mud roads connected all the way here. Small circle, there we go. And then let's have this one connected over here. Let's see if we can level this. There we go. And then if we have railroads like this all the way here. It can literally be something like this. Look at this. Well, obviously not literally, but we should have enough space here. It doesn't. We can cement. Trains are shorter. We can do this, for example. We can do this, and then. There we go. Fine. I hear you guys say as well. There we go. Construct. Where is it? Here we go. What's with the lights here? There we go. Remove lights, and get new lights. Mixed semaphores. Just push them back a little bit. There we go. And then we're gonna implement one signalization here. I can be smart and put a parking space for trains over here, but I don't think I want to do that. So what I'm gonna do now is check one of these bad boys over here and see if we can start the construction. Let me see. Ooh, they have 2 projects already. You know what? I think this project is pretty far away, so it's not gonna be. They're not gonna focus on this, and we need to do this one by one. Which one doesn't really matter? Oh, problem. Is there a problem? No, there's no problem because they have an exchanger over here. Okay, so this is not really the perfect example of what I wanted. Well, this is no example whatsoever. I'm going to show you the example of extension of the railroad that I was thinking about. What I wanted to do here is utilize some of these mud roads that we have on the side of the plastics factory and have a farm over here. So let's start with the farm. If we go to a farming area and then we have farms, perfect. Fancy farm, nice farm. Little ball of fur. Small farm. 3 vehicles, 21 vehicles. Don't we have big farms? Like, I know, no, this is 12, we have 21, that's fine. 24, what the hell? Whoa. No, I don't want rail access to these. Small farm, the only thing is Hillside Farm Cooperative. Yowza. Different. Silos, no. Farms. Modular, that's the big one, right? No. Whoa. I like this. It's huge. It's big to construct, but it has only 21 slot vehicles. I like that one. But we're playing on a... This is one... Okay, if you guys are watching this, the rest of you who are... How many vehicles? 24 here. I don't like that. Let's decide first. The vanilla one has 12 vehicles. I can go with vanilla. I don't like the vanilla one. 12 vehicles here. This is a little bit too basic. This is a little bit too big. I mean, like a vehicle wise, but it kind of... There's no farms. I don't have decent farms. I just realized that. I realized that I don't have decent farms. 4 vehicles. Come on. 8 vehicles. Vanilla. You know what? I'll build vanilla. I don't care. I'll build vanilla over here, and like I said, I don't care. We have a car or vehicle. Let's do it like this. This is one, and then we need distribution office. Distribution office should be under roads. Here we go. Under roads, distribution office. Where is it? Technical services? No, it should be under storage. Wait a minute, am I missing something here? No. Yeah, these are technical services. No. Nope. Parking, no. Okay, let's go to the... It's been a crazy day at work. Storage, here we go. Container loading facility, distribution offices. Distribution office, 8. You know what? I'm not gonna overdo it this time. Let's just build it. It's 90-degree angles. This industrial connection is absolutely not needed. They will be getting all the crops into the storage straight away. And I'm gonna do a nice job here. You'll see nice job with the farms. Okay, the most important part is, and this is what Aya taught me, you guys, all of single of you, even, like all of you, and I truly mean all of you, taught me things, period. Taught me things, and I'm gonna mention some people what they taught me. For example, in this case, we're gonna go with Aya. Aya taught me this. I think I saw this before, but I remember her saying this to me. Build everything in mud roads first and then upgrade it to what you want. This stuck to me. So what I want to do now is tell Aya thank you for making me do this. Even though it kind of makes perfect sense and it comes from elsewhere as well. I mean, like we could have learned this elsewhere. This is what I remember you for, teaching me to do this or forcing me to do this, just to be a little bit more effective with my work I do. So let's see, is this even affecting this? Can we be stupid? Yeah, I can. We are 21st century civilization. We're gonna do this 21st century way. What I'm gonna do is resolve this how it's supposed to be resolved. Okay, I cannot do it. Perfect. That's perfect because we're gonna make a tunnel. So what I'm gonna do here is build a tunnel. Short one. We just need to get through here. So from here, needs to go there. Crossing not allowed. What we need to do here is, you can see that it works. Tunnel will work. Let's try to make it a little bit. I want it to look nice. So it needs to have both sides going underground, because this, when it's constructed, is gonna look like crap. I think this topography tool is gonna help me with this. So let's remove this. You can see that there's a hill or this is what we need to do. Can we do this and this? Wow. F3? No. It's gonna look wonky. No, definitely not. The problem here is that it's clipped on this, clipped to this. So if we remove the clipping and then we build a tunnel from here to, let's say, here. I think this is gonna look a little bit more decent. But this is now a little bit elevated, so we need to get this down. So how do we get this down? We build in the opposite direction. Let's build this. Actually, you know what? Let's do it like this. We have space here, and it's kind of obvious that it has to be this long. Here we go. F3. It's a little bit downwards, going downwards, but I think it's kind of, yeah, it's kind of obvious that this one is a little bit on a higher ground. So I think this is good. I think this is good. F3 again. F2, remove these lines, and let's build this road as a, like, you know what? One more time. Why am I doing this? Because I think we can make it even better. Let's make this as a T intersection. That's the T intersection is where you have a break, T break. I never understood that. I'm a coffee guy, period. There's no, like, tea stuff with me. I mean, like, I drink tea, of course, but it's like, no, coffee breaks. Let's build it like this, and we need to have a road cargo station over here. Which road cargo station do we want to go for? If we go to the cargo stations here, we have small, wait, bus platforms, almost. Road cargo, whoa. Why is there only one here? Whoa. Weird. Far out, man. Weird part is that, where are the rest of the cargo stations? Oh, these mods are not being transferred. That's interesting. Cargo stations. We do have cargo stations, and we do have road cargo stations, if I may say so. But they're not being transferred here for some reason. I don't know why. Let's build it like this. Right-hand side. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. That's how it needs to be built. Let's remove this. Let's remove this. So I'm gonna be removing this road and rebuild. Oh, look at this. This is what we were talking about the comment section. Sometimes this is removed, sometimes it's not. Here we go. So you can play with the mud roads and remove the pinky here. Okay, so we're gonna require some leveling. That's fine. I'm all about levels are us. And we need to build this. Okay, this road is fine. Build this one. Feng Shui, mind over matter. Ooh, this is gonna be tricky. I totally forgot that we need to lower this to the ground level. Luckily, we still didn't start building this, so let's see if we can do it. Yeah, we can, but I'm not happy about this. No. I'm not happy with the tunnel. You know what's the problem? The problem is the tunnel should kind of end at the level part. So let's go back to the basics, and let's see if we can do this OCD way. OCD way being that tunnel needs to end at leveled area, and then even before we make a tunnel, we need to make this road fit nicely. So what I wanted to say is that this is where the tunnel is gonna go. This is how it's supposed to be. Let's level it like this. Not build it, and then build it from the opposite side and see the leveling that you can do. Just zigzag. This is perfect. Okay, and now let's build a tunnel. Not from here, don't worry, fear not. I'm not building it from here. Let's see towards here where the tunnel can go. And something like this looks decent. And if we continue building this part, I think this looks nice. So we're gonna have trucks coming from that side where the farms are to our railroad infrastructure over here. This needs to be, obviously this is not good. We're gonna rebuild this. I think it's kind of obvious where this needs to go, so I'm not messing with already built road. I will build it as big as possible. There we go. Level it. Can we level this? Okay, looks like it's gonna be fine. I was trying to level it even further, but and then it's kind of parallel to the power cable here, electricity hoses, and we have a plan. I think we have a plan here. Okay, so this is all connected to the rest of the network. So what I'm gonna need to do is start on these two buildings first. That's fine. That's not a problem. They have access to the farm area this way. They have access to the rest of this area. You know what? We we can do it. I think tunnel is gonna be the most important thing that we build, so they can construct it this way. Tunnel, they're gonna have to start on tunnel straight away. So I think access to the farms and the construction area is gonna be here. But now the more important part will be the fields. Now this is perfectly fine because I will build something like this. So this is gonna be our arterial road for our fields. And straight away I see big old-fashioned no. Okay, let's try it, because it has too much space on the right-hand side, so I think we're gonna have issues with the fields, because they're gonna be huge on this side and small on this side, which I don't mind, but at least I can try this. At least I can try to do this, remove this, and maybe put this as an arterial road. Okay, remove the previous one. Then we're gonna claim the most space from the... We're gonna claim the most space. Let's do it like this. Here. Is it too close? It's obvious. Oh, it's not. Okay. And why did I connect? I connected that because I expected it to start working, and it did. Look at this. I expected this field to shape itself around the existing structures, and it actually did. Look at this. This is going to be cool. I don't know why the trees are not removed, but let me remove them myself. Usually I would just leave it to see what's going to happen with the trees, but what I would like to show you guys how this field looks like now. It's cool. It's cool. I think they couldn't do a better job, especially, and it doesn't seem like it's, again, me saying how programming is not a big deal and I never made a mod. Technically, but actually I'm a hacker. No, it's like yeah. So we can do this, and then we need to build the rest of the road. Just go this way. Right. Here we go. Oh, did we build it? No. I think I'm gonna go for the last field around here. This is fine, and then we can go for the other fields that are gonna be in this direction. Let's see, this seems to be decent. I would like to go with the smaller fields as well, just to utilize the most space around the farming area. And then I think that's it. I think that this is what I wanted to use from here. This is the valley that we want to have a farm in. So how many farms do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fields. 6. Is it 6? 6 here. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now the number of farms is not really important. Well, we need maximum 19 because of the distribution office that I want to use for helping us out with you know, utilization of the field. Look, like this is beautiful. This is beautiful. I love this. I will utilize as much as we can, so I will do something like this as well. Can I do it this way? Technically I should be able to, right? Oh, well, I had a green light there for a second. Yeah, these power cables here are causing a little bit... You know what? I'll avoid this one. I avoid this one. Let's see if we can build a farm in this area for a second. There again, we had it, but it's... Yeah, it requires the access to the farm to be on a flat ground. So, you know what? I think I'm happy with this. Let's try this. Should have I put to utilize the upper fields here, so a little bit spacing between the field? Yes and no. If we need to go and conquer the heights, I think I'm gonna go this way, just remove one of these fields. For now, I'm gonna leave these big ones alone. Okay, so we have the basics here done. Let me go back to the removing these. Yes. Perfect. Come on. No. Okay, this one didn't work properly, so let's try again. Okay, so these roads here, I want to try to remove them by, okay. These segments seem to be a little bit stubborn. Why is it so? I don't know. Let's try one more time. If I remove it from here, there we go. This works. So if you build a road like this, oh, it allows me to cut the fields here as well. Okay, that's fine. That's perfect. You can see that it's not removing the segments here. But if you do it the opposite direction, so if you try to remove it from here, no. More. Remove this one. Okay, it doesn't want to remove this segment here. You know what's the problem? Because I think at one point you really need to have these segments because they're just that the road cannot be eternal. Assumption is mother of all. You know what? So I don't want to assume this, but I'm happy with this. This is going to be 3 really long segments. Well, one of them is quite short, but the rest of them are long. I can play with this one and mud. Oh, no, this is mud. I should have known that this is not going to be connected. Sure, a little bit of terraforming, it didn't hurt anybody. And last segment of the road is going to be all the way to this field, all the way here. This part, I'm fine with this. The biggest thing that I should have checked if they can be connected to the main road. It looks like they can. I don't have a reason to believe that they won't, and there's not going to be any electricity there. Electricity wise, farm connected, this one is connected, so we have electricity. Roads are being constructed here. As we said previously, farm is going to start, we're going to start construction of the farm straight away. So let me see if I can assign it straight away. So this is roads are going to be done by automation. That's fine. One here and the second one over here. There we go. Right, what else do we need to do? I need to... nothing. Fuel is going to be assigned later. I can asphalt, I can be like a smart ass and then asphalt some of these things, for example, because they have access to everything else. Tunnel should be built straight away. Tunnel is going to require concrete again straight away. So COP T1 can be assigned to the tunnel. Right. This road here. So this road again can be built because it's going to be done by automation. I will leave it alone. Let them build it by, as previously mentioned, automation. And the silo is connected. That's perfectly fine. So we can start on a silo COP T2. Perfect, because COP T1 is busy. There we go. The Badia road cargo station is going to be built later. And then we need to start on these roads. Again, automation will start on these roads. We just have to connect it. I'm going to use already existing intersection. And I'm pretty sure that this is going to be done by automation. Probably these mud roads should be fixed later and upgraded to gravel at least for firefighting purposes. But other than that, I think more or less a lot of stuff here is perfect. Coffee time. There we go. Okay. Farm done. Thinking, railroad needs to be finished, silos, blah, 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 blah. Most of the stuff, automation, roads, blah, 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 blah. Should be done. Okay. Now, the second part of the video is one of the things will be this railroad. Now, railroad is going to be a tricky one to plan. Kinda. I'm kind of getting used to, or I'm learning a lot with your help, guys, with everybody's help. I'm learning how to do stuff here. Now, do I want to use this as a main road to our new city? So new city is going to be hillside, Swiss Alps, Austrian Alps, dairy production. Let's go with dairy, even though it's not going to be cows. Chocolate production. Let's go with chocolate. It should be essential food again. Ooh, what did we say? We said something we can produce in the Alps. With crops, proper food. French Alps, French baguettes? Yes. French Alp baguettes. Okay, so any French Alp resort. Tourist town / food production should start by this. We will have a big road going in this direction. So it's gonna be, let's say, let's start here. F3, let's see where the plateau is. Plateau is here, so we're gonna have town over here. Perfect. Let's go and use the lines to our advantage. Can I can level this, and I do want to, I don't know now. I wanted to level this, you know why? Because the road can be bumpy. But the problem is, if I level this even though it's green, it kind of creates... Actually, you know what? No, this is fine. This is fine. It creates absolute perfection because I want this. Actually, what I should do is create more of this. So let's do it like this. I'm perfectly 100% aware if we're gonna build some romantic, classical place, it should have... Oh, right. This is too far from the excavators. Sure, whatever. But it should have a kind of classical... let me see. Let me try this. If I remove this one, we have two segments, and then if we reconnect them, it still creates one segment here. Anyway, it should have... Ooh, this looks nice. Let's play with the road. I want to play with this road. It should have organic growth features. What do I mean by that? They shouldn't be square streets and like straight roads. So I'm not really sure if how I want to go about with this. You can see these contours here. I'm gonna try to follow the like this. I think this looks romantic enough, huh? What do you think? The problem with this road that I just built, I know for a fact, well, not really. I know as an assumption that I want to call fact that it's gonna be bumpy. Because we didn't do anything to it. Now we're doing stuff to it. And then you put it a little bit back, and then again do stuff to a road. Maybe shorten the circle. Bigger circle, so like this. Build the road. Yeah, let's go down here a bit. Why won't you? Okay. You know what? Good. And then last segment. Big. Yeah. I think this. I think I want to build it like this. Now, this is a simple road that's going to be used for constructing this new town. Of course, we're going to put it in asphalt straight away. Yeah, probably. Let's go with the straight away. And how far can you go? One. This is again going to be done by automation, which is fine. These are big segments of a road, so I don't mind this. So we're going to go all the way here. So this is 3 segments. And now the nice part about this. So we're going to have a railroad extension here. Now this is going to be railroad extension. This is going to be pain in the rear end. How in the hell are we supposed to do this properly? How are we supposed to do this properly? So if I go, just give me a second. We need a railroad intersection here. Of course, we're gonna have crap load of problems. First of all, there's electricity hoses here. There's a highway. There's all this stuff. But I literally had a dream. I was maybe daydreaming, maybe something like that. But I literally had a dream, and the dream was that hey, you know what? I have a wrong idea, wrong feeling, wrong opinion about this whole thing with the railroads and constructions. I was always like, yes, finally we have a railroad construction office. Now let's use the hell out of it. Why is it not clipping? It's clipping, but it's just... Why are we not using the hell out of this? And then you start using this railroad construction office, and then your mind gets lost. At least mine does. My mind gets lost into overusing this one intersection. So it's like, wait a minute, why are we using... Oh, sorry, intersection. Building intersection. Why am I overusing this one railroad construction office? This shouldn't be so. Let's have a freedom of using the railroad construction offices as a plural. And let's do it. So let's start using our railroad construction offices. This looks like it can be even closer to here. Not really. Not even close. Here. This one looks like it likes it, but I'm hoping for the other one to fit as well. So, you might notice that I'm actually... Oh, okay, perfect. It can do it like this. Perfect. This is a little bit of tight turn, and this shouldn't function in this game, but this also should fit more easier there, but it fits. Okay. So what's the problem here? The problem is that we're gonna have these additional intersections. So every time you build an intersection, and especially if it's, let's call it quote-unquote important like this. Again, I'm gonna be following the romantic path here of designing the railroad. You're gonna see this is not going to be built by the same office. So let's go with the romantic part. There's going to be multiple offices working on this. So let's, because we know that usually when you're building a road, why don't you just build multiple roads? So when you're building a railroad, why am I not leveling this? What the hell is wrong with me? We're going to have multiple railroads. So where do we put our industries? This is an important part. I'm thinking about industries could be closer to the exit of this valley, and people can live down the valley. So industries can be here, left or right. This also gives me this delete and enter. So what we're gonna build here is our industry. So it's gonna be food production here. So we're gonna have huge silos for food, for crop delivery. We're gonna have to have at least 2 different factories, and we're gonna have to have big food storage. Okay. So what do we have food-wise? Let's go. Food-wise, we have food production. That would be food factory. Perfect. Mr. Robs. Yeah, I think we said we're gonna need 2 of these. No problem. But straight away, I know we're gonna need them back to back. So let's try leveling this. Back to back, because if you're gonna have 2 factories like this, they need to be well connected. So this is just a working title. What's causing problems here? It's the hillside. They don't really need to be connected to each other, but actually it's gonna be better if they are. They don't need to be connected to the leveling. Here we go. Or they don't have to be on the same level, but the other structures next to them will have to be on the same level. This is leveled to this part. Is this going to be pain in the rear end? I think it will. And also because I think a lot of our construction vehicles are working elsewhere, we only have 2 bulldozers working here. Yeah, that could be a little bit on the painful side. Right. You know what? We're gonna do this later when we have more bulldozers available here. What I wanted to finish here is 2 railroad systems we're gonna have here. So one railroad system will have to be on the left-hand side. The one is gonna have to be on the right-hand side. Left-hand side, let's go with, doesn't matter, crops. We're gonna need big buildings, so it's gonna be, we're gonna need big buildings on both sides. So we might have a space issue here. Doesn't matter. This is the obstacle. We need to work with this. Okay, this valley looks nice, but I don't think there's a lot of buildable space here for, I don't know what. Maybe small farms and stuff to top off. Yeah, we can have some kind of vineyards or something. Alaskan wine. A lot of the other things I noticed previously that you guys commented, and we obviously, I might be wrong, but we are different. We all differ in some way. We're different. My opinion on some of the stuff, so it might be like my mindset that we are in Alaska. So even having farms for me is mind-blowing, just because of the geography and of the area. And if we role play for something slightly futuristic, GMO foods are gonna be much widely modified, that they're gonna be able to withstand colder climates and this kind of stuff. So slightly in the future this would be perfectly fine, but for me, even having like wheat farms here, out of the question. Like wheat barely grows in Ireland where I live. It grows, yes, but the yield is not the same as Egypt, it's totally different, or southern Russia. So it's quite different. My mindset is like, wow, this is mind-blowing. I have to go on against everything that I thought was right. I have to go against it because we're growing crap in Alaska now. Right, so let me just put a placeholders because there's gonna be a lot of leveling around here. Let me see how big of the area here is going to be. So Defenders of Stalingrad is one option, but let's see other. This is gonna be big food production, so it needs to have 10,000 tons at least silos. 22,000 is the minimum I would. Well, sorry. Not minimum. 10,000 is obviously minimum, but this is a decent capacity. Of course, with the railroads I would like to use, just because we can utilize more. But you see the problem. You see the problem with the leveling of this area. So let's see if we have something else, because we have a lot of mods here. Something that has 10,000 plus capacity, 3.8. You see these silos here? I was looking for this when I was building that area, but they're not listed as silos for some reason. Darn it. 2,000. Not even close. 48 tons. 8,000. Ooh, this is interesting. But this is big and yet small. That's so weird. Extended grain elevator. It's not weird. I mean, like, this one has much greater capacity, and probably... what's the difference between... I never paid attention. I even looked at these. So this one is like this. And what about the rest of them here? 22... They look the same. I mean, without railroads, this one, of course. But what about the other ones here? I think some of them are white. And, of course, white and red, rails, no rails. Is that it? Is that the difference? Sure, whatever. So this is what I would put here. So why am I looking? I would really like to place this building here, because I would like to... Let's see if I can level this a little bit. Let's level it to this height. Yeah, there's only 2 bulldozers working here. I'm not really sure is that because they're doing a lot of other work, bulldozers, or is it because we're missing something? So what I wanted to do here... Actually, I probably should have gone with this one, because it's gonna have to be level to this building. And then, wow, this is gonna be... I think this is gonna be challenging to build industries, these big industries here. And then on this hillside, which you can see, especially with a topographic view like this, that is gonna be complicated to build some kind of food loading system. But first is gonna have to be storage here. This is going to be challenging. I think this industrial zone, even though it's not going to employ a lot of people, requires a lot of warehouse space. And that doesn't look like we have any. Okay, so I would like to try. I would like to give it a go. Okay, this one kind of fits already, so I can kind of try to level this, because excavators do a lot better job than the actual... So this one might work, so the silo thing might work. And this is a good beginning. Can I place them elsewhere? Can I? Yeah, I can actually place the storage facility elsewhere and then have people or trucks distribution office delivering food to a different storage facility where we can load. But like I said initially, I would like to try to place at least one of them, and the wrong one. And here we go. This one. Oh, it's fighting me still. That's fine. It needs to go bit back towards the mountain. Yeah, this is... And also, regarding the comments on the new map, I'm not going to go into details on some of them. Go and check the comments regarding the new map if you're interested in information. But it's one of the things that was mentioned about some other people, way the people play, is like... This challenging maps, when you build them, when you build this kind of, when you're using these kind of challenging maps, and then like, oh yeah, let's make it challenging, and then most of the stuff you do is terraform the hell out of it. I don't think this is exactly how it's supposed to be working, but hey, who am I to say? If it rocks your boat, that's fine with me. But as far as I understand, if I'm playing on, let's say, this map, I want this map to be as much as authentic as possible when I'm done with it, you know. I don't want to have a hilly map and then spend 4 hours holding a button in order to level the hell out of it. So I would like to play with the map I have, and this geography is challenging. it's where do you place the factories? I mean, like here, perfect example. We have a silo here, and technically this silo is supposed to be connected to another food factory, which we can try. There's no way in hell this is going to be easily connected to that factory. But let's say that it needs to be like this. You can see that if we try to level it, this is really. Can you work on both? Because this is too steep. Even if I try to build it here, you'll see that it's not gonna work. Now it's gonna work. Look at this. Oh, actually it works. But it looks like crap, so I don't think this is the best thing we should do. I think if we're gonna do anything here, I think we should level the hell out of this place. I mean, like, the hell. Level this place a little bit, so these factories, so it looks decent. Then the problem is these two food factories. I'm really against putting more terraforming on this side of the factories. I think what I want to do here is probably set up distribution office where the food trucks are going to be delivering food to a different storage facility. Maybe down the road, maybe across the street. We'll see where we have space and what kind of, and we're gonna see it in a second. You see this? This is the problem. This is how long it's gonna take, but there's only 2 excavators actually doing this. So yeah, challenge accepted. Still doing it, still going strong, but this is not gonna be enough. This is gonna be just too much of a challenge. Let's see. Excavators will do a lot of job, but they will lower a lot of crap, but they're still undoing some of the work. Doing a lot of work for me, but undoing some of the work. So if we go for something like this, that can be fine. I think that can be fine. I'm not even sure if I can leech take the crops from one factory and suck it from the other one, like leech it from the other one. But I'm 100% sure that I'm not gonna design it like this. And then on the other hand, if we need to have anything here, for example, distribution office, or at least this one is in the right direction. So we can have this one here, a little bit more terraforming, but that's actually maximum of terraforming. As I would like to do. So we have this this system here. City is gonna be there again. City is gonna be challenging in itself because how many people do we need for this? Only for food production, we're gonna need Jesus. We're gonna need 1,500 people for 2 of these factories. 1,500 people. To compare it, let's see. That would be Galask size city. Let's compare it to the smaller ones, Tatsovo and Markusovo. They have a decent idea how big this is going to be. This is 700 people, and then Markusovo has 700 workers. Markusovo has 750 workers as well. Galask is a huge village. Galask has 3,000 workers. We're going to have at least 2 to 2,500 workers. This is how many buildings, residential ones, we're gonna have to have, and that's gonna be interesting. Murmansk, let's see how many workers. Murmansk has 4,700, so let's say half of this, half of Murmansk, and then Koptigrad, because I know Nisisberg is quite dense, so something this size is we're gonna require. You know, it's not small. I mean, like, we can provide them. We can, okay, this is a different thing. Can we provide them? Is this a viable thing, guys? If we provide them with a public transport, let's say train to St. Thomasburg, to have, I don't know, well, religion is one thing that they can get there that they don't get here. And then let's say, I don't know, cultural enjoyment or something like that. If we create a nice fast line going there. I don't know. Did you ever do anything like that? If you did, guys, hit the comment section. And now the other problem is the food loading, unloading. So we have a flat ground over here. So can we do anything regarding this? So we're gonna need a storage area. We're gonna need a railroad connection to it, and we're gonna need a distribution office to this. So can we do this? I don't know. Lee can. I'm thinking about storage facilities. This is meat storage. Let's go for industrial. What's this? This is the distribution. Here we go. Storage facilities. We have some of them with railroads. So this is 600 tons of food. We can try making some of these 600 tons of food. How much are the big ones? So the big storage facilities, let's say Rob's one, 800. So this one is 670 with railroad connection. So this is something that is decent. Now railroad, if you're gonna have a railroad connection here, it's fine. Problems are if we are going to distribute the rest of the food from here. So we have another one of the reasons why I still think JP is wrong is that, you know, why do you need the, let's say, central oil storage, central food storage? Some of you guys commented that central food storage is important part for your country. So because you're producing food in different parts and then you centralize it somewhere and then you distribute it from there. That makes perfect sense to me. That actually makes perfect sense to me. And why am I saying that? Now it makes perfect sense. Before it didn't. It was like, why don't you just distribute it from everywhere from everywhere? Right, so I was saying that I would like to, I understand more why and how the storage facility works now, and it's a good backup to have a central storage, food storage, and also not only that, like central distribution for your food somewhere. It can be even close to here. I mean, like we can actually transport. Yeah, why wouldn't we transport with distribution offices food down the valley and have a central food storage around here? There's absolutely no reason why we shouldn't have that. Huh. Like, yeah, like here. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a go real quickly. So if we're gonna build a big storage facility for our food, storage facility for food, we're gonna need a lot of railroad connections here. So let's start with the railroad connections. We need entrance to this potential storage facility, and one other big thing is a lot of parking. By the way, this highway is gonna be demolished. We're gonna build over that. Here, this is how I would do it, because I didn't decide, but let's be generous about this. I didn't decide yet on this, but let me show you what I thought of. Well, I did decide that we're gonna build a city, that's a fact, but we're gonna need also bypasses here to accommodate all the construction happening at the moment. So we have this, and then remove the roads. So all our trucks, they have bypasses, which is fine. He didn't allow me to destroy. Don't destroy the main road. Are you crazy? And we're gonna build overpass here. So, you know, highway overpass, yada yada yada, the good stuff. Okay, right, so we have this set up. We need railers. Yeah, we can do this real quickly. Concrete bridge. No. I don't think I'm building prefab bridges too often. So let's go 1, 2, 3. Here, looks 1, 2, 3. Like this. As least steep as possible. I still don't like the bumps at the end of the roads. You see, whoa. Why is this angled? Probably because terrain is angled. I don't like this. So either this one has to be higher or this one has to be lower. Let's try with this one. Let's try to make this one lower. So 1 and a 2, and then we go again. Is this better? I'm trying to make it parallel to each other. Okay. Is this better? No, this is definitely not better. So I don't like this. It's probably because of the terrain, you know, that increase in height of the road depends on the increase in height of terrain. So it follows the terrain. So this one is going up, but this one is going down. This is too much up, too much down. We can offset this by doing something like so. making it a little bit longer, and it seems less less influenced by the height. Kinda. I don't know if it looks better now as it did before, but maybe I should leave it like this. Maybe I should leave it as it is and be done with it. I could change the height of the rain, but I think I would like to go with this. Okay, so let's construct the overpass, and now we have the place to start constructing our parking space. Here we go, here we go. Parking space. We can do similar what we did with the oil storage facility. So just zigzag it, wiggle it around. So create something like this, and then swing it. Actually, we can go even further here. Let's go like this. This is in and out. It needs to be in and out. So boat. Oh, this is no. How many of them can I place next to it? Ooh. Actually, this is not bad. Sure. I can play with this. I can play with this. It's gonna look interesting if nothing else. This is too much, right? Yeah, too much. Let's remove a little bit of railroad here. You know what? Let's remove this one. Let's build the one by one. One, two, three, perfect. 3 inputs, and then this one, these ones. This looks parallel. Oh, yeah. It looks parallel, but it looks horrible as well. So let's go and rebuild this. I don't even know if the trains would be able to use this. More. There we go. Who's your daddy? Right. So we finish off with the parking here, and the opposite direction is over here. Now, one thing I still didn't touch upon, the subject of our construction, railroad construction. I will do that soon. I think this should be enough for what I wanted to say, but we'll see. Continuing on, we need to build this. That's it. We need to just combine them all into one. So this one. Come on, really? I'm just playing around with this. I don't even know how this works, actually. I think it's fine. No problem whatsoever. This is a problem, this little thing. I don't like this one. But I like how it finishes. Okay, I can do... Don't remove everything, because there's a lot of nice stuff that you build. Right. This circle here, if you try to build from here, it's going to build much bigger circle. It's not going to be... you need to build from here. You need to build from here. And then, let's say straight. I don't even know, where the hell am I supposed to... Where was I supposed to connect this to? I'm kidding, I know. Oh yeah, this is interesting. This is just interesting, nothing more. What I can do here is... No, that's fine. Where do we connect? We connect to a road cargo station. Rob's has a decent one, a big one. We cannot put it under the cables. Do we zigzag it even more? We can. We can actually finish it off over here already. Not really, actually. We still need to connect it to a storage facility, but I think this is gonna be fine. If we go for this one, like this, and let's finish the railroads off. Right hand side to right hand side, and that's it. And then we need to just connect these. Why do you don't want to connect? Fine. Okay, this looks much better. And you can go all the way here. So there you go. We have parking for our trains. We have zigzagging motion here. We have space for a lot of storage. Well, I'm kind of hoping a lot because I'm hoping to put one storage facility on the left-hand side, one on the right-hand side. So we would... Oh, the other thing I was trying to is combine those storage. We can go for one. We can go for one. What I wanted to say... Right. What I wanted to say is storage facility. Let's go. Let's just demonstrate with a Rob's one here. So I was thinking of putting a storage facility here, which is really not a problem. I don't think it's a problem. It's not a problem. I'm pretty sure it's not a problem. I'm hoping it's not a problem. So we can put one here. Actually, yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. If we put one here, we can even put one in this direction. But if it fits with industrial connections, and it does. There we go. And then we can have two cargo stations. Cargo stations, are they here? No. I think we have to go... Well, wait. Don't we have cargo stations here? Container. Nope, that's distribution. No. Cargo stations. Where are they? Am I lost? Road cargo station. Ooh, right. We only have these, and these are not good. I would like to go with the smaller ones, just because I don't think we're gonna need so many of them. So we can go for a cargo station on both of these sides. Entrance on the back side, but only if it's road this way. No, it has to be on this side. Right-hand side. So something like this. Something like this, and then something on this side. Of course, this is entrance to the factory is only for the firefighting purposes, but the cargo station here is the important part. This one can be in this direction. Again, I will repeat real quickly. I'm putting it in this direction just because, so they don't interrupt each other when they blocks. Okay, it doesn't really matter. We can do it like this. Parallel. Like this. No, this is gonna look weird. It doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, not everything has to be perfect. Well, actually it does, but you know what I mean. Let's go turn off these. And then connect it here. We'll do this later. Anyway, I think that's it. I think I want to leave it here. Let me know what you think about this central food storage right over here. We can build the walls in the whole shebang, but it's food. It's not important. This one probably can be just deleted. That's fine. And then we can have food production over here with a little bit of terraforming, crops delivered here by trains, and then here from the cargo station, trucks delivering food down here, which is our central food storage. What do you think? That's it. Okay, I think I wish I haven't killed that fish. Right. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, press the like button. If you didn't, leave a nasty comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, notification bell, ring it, comment section, hit it. And if you want to support the channel, I have description of the video. Happy Tuesday, guys, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye bye.